Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, our viewers. I love you so much. It's a cool morning, and I hope everybody is fine and cool. This is Opuk WD, your favorite show, Studio Vital Max. I hope you'll enjoy our show as usual. Welcome. Nyarkabot is the host, and my co-host is Daktari, director of Binjo Vital Max Studio. We're still continuing this storybook.
The storybook.
Yeah.
There's a man who killed a dead lion, fought with a live tiger. If you try this man, tigers will follow you to the latter. AKA Obinjo.
Director.
Yes,
Daktari, eh?
Daktari mwenyewe.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm seeing you are cool.
I'm cool.
Uh-huh.
Always, I told you I'm always handsome and beautiful.
And beautiful.
If you want to marry me, just come.
If you want to marry Obinjo, come.
Yes.
But you come reloaded.
Reloaded.
This man is not easy.
Don't come here with poverty.
You come with rich.
You come with the richness.
Richness will follow you.
Yes.
To the latter.
To the latter. Don't come alone. How can you come to this handsome
and
guy
beautiful
man and all?
What is the time? We want to use. We'll go with time.
Yeah,
What's the time? Look at the time. Hey, look at the watch.
Yeah,
it's nice, eh?
Yeah, it's 8:45.
8:45.
To 9.
Okay,
yes.
Nice. And we are going to read the book of Genesis.
The book of Genesis.
Chapter 8, verse 1.
Chapter 8, verse 1, right in time.
The flood resents. The flood resents. That is the head topic. Verse 1. But God remembered Noah and all the wild animals and livestock with him in the boat. He sent a wind to blow across the earth, and the flow waters began to rescend. The underground waters stopped flowing, and the torrential rains from the sky were stopped.
Yes.
So the flood waters gradually descended from the earth after 150 days. Exactly 5 months from the time the flood began, the boat came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. 2.5 months later, as the waters continued to go down, other mountains peaks became visible. After another 40 days, Noah opened the window he had made in the boat and released a raven. The bird flew back and forth until the flood waters on the earth had dried up. He also released a dove to see if the water had descended and it could find dry ground. But the dove could find no place to land because the water still covered the ground. So it is returned to the boat, and Noah held out his hand and drew the dove back inside. After waiting another 7 days, Noah released the dove again. This time, the dove returned to him in the evening with a fresh olive leaf in its beak. Then Noah knew that the flood waters were almost gone. He waited another 7 days and then released the dove again. This time, it did not come back. 13. Noah was now 601 years old on the first day of the new year, 10.5 months, and after the flood began, the flood waters had almost dried up from the earth. Noah lifted back the covering of the boat and saw that the surface of the ground was dry. 2 more months went by, and at last the earth was dry. Then God said to Noah, leave the boat, all of you, you and your wife, and your sons and their wives. Release all the animals, the birds, the livestock, and the small animals that scurry along the ground, so they can be fruitful and multiple throughout the earth. So Noah, his wife, and his sons, and their wives left the boat, and all the large and small animals and birds came out of the boat, pair by pair. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and there he sacrificed as burnt offerings the animals and birds that had been approved for the purpose. And the Lord was pleased with the aroma of the sacrifice, and said to himself, I will never again curse the ground, because the human race, even though everything they think or imagine is bent towards evil from childhood, I will never again destroy all living things. Verse 22, and this is the last verse in chapter 8. As long as the earth remains, there will be planting and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night.
Shall not cease. Day and night shall not cease. Okay. I don't have a problem with the entire chapter. But why was burnt offerings being offered after the flood? And in verse 20, and Noah builded an altar unto the Lord, and took of every clean beast and of every clean fowl, and offered a burnt sacrifice unto the altar. Why was Noah offering the burnt sacrifice and God did not tell him? That one is story for another day. My question is
Story for another day.
right now you see accident left, centered, right,
Inside, outside.
So what do you think in the state of the nation right now about these scenarios, these funny events, terrible events, terrifying events? Yes.
To make it worse, someone is struggling. If it reaches a time somebody must feel nice, this person dies. Leaving this whole money to everyone
But
who's never.
You see, when you manifest to the world that you want to die young, rich, that one is your manifestation. You will die young, rich. You will get the wealth, but you will die young because you manifested that you want to die young, rich. So you have to die, and the universe, the nature, will deal with you, because this is what you promised the nature, that you want wealth and you die. So it depends also. Yeah. And mostly these greasy road accidents, they come from this altar. These altars.
Altars Noah is talking about.
The altar is Noah is talking about this altar for his God. But we have other gods also with their altars.
Okay.
Like the devil has built so many altars, even in the hospitals they have altars. In schools they have altars. In churches they have altars. So when you just go worship physically, you won't realize what is going on. And that's where someone will meet his death. Are you getting that? Yeah. Most of schools, if your kid is in the school, you need to be praying for your kid, because life is spiritual.
Every time pray.
Pray for your kids, because the devil has built the altars in schools. And they are the agents in schools also that proclaim the lives of the fellow pupils, fellow students in school, both primary, both secondary, and university. Teach your kids not to be selfish. They want everything. So if you cannot provide everything they need, they will join the cult. They will join the altar.
The altar.
Yes. And you will see dust in their lives.
Too bad.
Mostly in churches also. Look at the church where you go and fellowship. Yes.
It's not about worshiping.
It's not about worshiping, but
Yeah,
right.
but you need to be careful.
You need to be careful.
The church
Okay.
you go to.
See you in the next episode. We have just begun.
Right now.
Yes.